Hi guys, I'm Nikitra Joseph. Mostly everyone that knows me refers to me as Keita. I aspire to be a lead teacher in one of the schools in my local parish. I did say parish, so that kind of gives you guys some insight on where I do live. For the last 7.5 years, I have worked with various community groups, outreach organizations, and one of my goals is to actually operate one organization of my own, free of charge to students that need assistance. According to founder and CEO of the Center for Teaching Quality, Barnett Berry, 21st century learning students transpires when students master content while producing, synthesizing, and evaluating information from a wide variety of subjects and sources with an understanding and respect for diverse cultures. He goes on to say that students must, in addition to possessing the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic, they must also possess the 3 C's, which include communication, collaboration, and creativity. National Teacher of the Year for 2010, Sarah Brown Westling, elaborates on his theory of 21st century learning and says that 21st century learning actually marries skill to content. Without skill, students are left to memorize facts and recall details for worksheets and tests. Then when you look at without content, students may just engage in problem solving or team working experiences that fail them and fall into relevance without rigor. One of the most intriguing courses that I took was one that involved integrating literature into core curriculum. This was something that was new for me, but I didn't hesitate or approach it with any regrets. It did require a lot of my time, as finding appropriate literature has a lot of criteria you must meet. You must, one, make sure that the literature corresponds with the lesson objectives or the unit objectives. You must also make certain that it's Common Core. It aligns with the Common Core standards, state standards. We want to choose literature that is age appropriate, engaging, and relevant to each student. For me, this required, like I said, a lot of my time, because each time I wanted to make certain that I could find literature that was relevant to my students. It was I could, across the board, reach everyone, so I had to make sure that literature, there was text-to-speech software available, magnifiers available, if the books were available in audio or maybe available in Spanish, just to accommodate students that were English language learners, students that had difficulties with comprehension or processing. So we basically wanted to cover everyone, and this makes it difficult to, not difficult, but challenging to make certain that we do integrate literature properly and effectively. Now, this task taught me the importance to make certain that I just go about my due diligence and make sure that I find the most appropriate literature for all the students. One thing that the Masters of Education course here at Ashford has taught me, I have been enlightened on a lot of factors, but one is that I must aspire myself to be a lifelong learner, continuous learner. Why it's so important? It's because students can come to me and pose questions about anything, and I'll be ready or willing to answer them. If I'm not able to answer them, being a 21st century citizen, I want to be able to find the correct avenues that we can take to go and find answers for this. Additionally, I learned a lot of information about differentiating lessons, learning styles, assessments, the importance of using pedagogies in the classrooms to make certain that we reach out to all students. And one thing that I want to carry with me is I want to view the uniqueness that all my students have as an asset to our learning environment and not a liability or a setback.